Scott was missing getting ready for the show when we were out at HF Festival.
I was
so
lost, actually.
Yeah. It was good because no water balloons were coming your way at that point in time. Yeah. But anyway, it's really great to finally have you here on the show. And let's talk a bit about the history for people who may or may not know a lot about the band's history. Originally, you've relocated to New York, but you're from the D.C. area. And Soulside, of course, was one of the was the band that you were involved with, and managed. Tell me a bit about how you decided to come and form Girls Against Boys out of the Soulside thing.
Well, after Soulside was around, really in the late 80s, like 87 to 88, I mean 89 is when we were really playing. And we did so much touring that after a while, I think we kind of burned out, and we decided to just, break up the band. And within a couple of years that followed, we found we were all living in New York, so we thought, hey, maybe we, broke the last band up a little too soon, so let's play some music again. That's kind of how we ended up here.
Yeah. And now you have 4 albums out. I mean, House of Girls versus Boys is Girls Against Boys. I'm sorry, GVSB. I got that wrong once.
House of GVSB.
Yeah, right. But since then, you're on your 4th album, and this is one on Touch and Go. Now you started. What was the scene like then? I mean, did you like being a part of that whole DC scene, things that were going on down there? I mean, there was obviously, the Discord thing, and you were involved in that too, because you've done production for Jawbox and Shudder to Think. You have kind of a camaraderie with a lot of the guys in bands that were hanging around down there. You still have a lot of friends from that whole area?
Yeah, the DC scene was always very tight. I mean, it was a very supportive scene, and it was a very good place to start because it was very easy to put out records, to have a band. There was a lot of people ready to see you play and people to help you put out records like Discord and other smaller labels. So it was a good place for bands to start. And we still, Jawbox, we're still friends with Jawbox, Shudder to Think. There's a lot of bands down there that we still have friends with, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, let's face it, that was the whole thing. People seem to be really tight down there and really support each other.
It's really great. Yeah, it's like really, it's kind of like a community, really. There's so many bands, and everybody's, making songs and distributing tapes and, feeding off each other, which is the important thing.
Yeah, that's good, as opposed to some of the scenes where people just feel like they're at war with each other, which doesn't make any sense at all. It's just, it's not good. Right now we're going to play a clip. Let's check out from the album House of Girls Against Boys. It's a great track, great riff on this song. It's called Superfire. Here's a video on 120 minutes. That decision, people, you always get that kind of thing. Oh, people are signing, but everybody, I mean, has to go a certain way to decide, what they're going to do. And there's obviously nothing wrong with signing on with a major as long as you have creative control. Is that something that was pretty much stated? I mean, they're going to really let you guys do what you want to do and what you always have as a band?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an easy decision for us because we had such a good working relationship with Touch and Go, and we've always worked on independent labels in the past, and working with a big corporation, I think, was a little, we each have individual ideas and opinions about that, but I think it was a little intimidating. But we got to a point where we felt that we could navigate those waters well enough, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, looking forward to it, though. So 4 albums, Steve. There's some songs on the new record, like Disco 666. It's really cool. Right, and I may even see a performance from that in a little while. But we're going to see you perform. Regardless, we're going to talk about what song. But the songs on the record. I want to ask you this too, Scott. Obviously, a lot of times people have compared you guys to The Fall and the Marky Smith thing. I mean, vocally, and even in some ways musically, but. You guys were really proud of that. You actually said, we do like the band and we're cool. We're not trying to make any bones about it. I've read in some interviews. How do you feel about that? Is that something where they've been an influence of yours for a long time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, certainly. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just gonna play with it. I mean, The Fall? Yeah, The Fall are one of a number of bands that were playing in England, and at a certain time in my life, they were really, really influential to me. And I think to varying degrees within all of us, but also other bands like Wire or Killing Joke or...
Yeah, Killing Joke.
There's also lots of other ones, but yeah, I'm proud of that, really. I think it's cool.
Howdy. There's more of that interview with Girls Against Boys coming up in a little...
Boys performing a song off their album, House of GVSB. This is Disco 666, and this is The Sign of the Beast.